Hey, it's Phil. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a lead generation funnel from scratch in less than 15 minutes. Now, it is going to be quite fast paced, but if you stick around until the end, you will have your own lead generation funnel good to go. I'll also link to all of the resources and tools and everything I talk about in this video down in the description. So let's go ahead and get started. So here is the platform we'll be setting up on. This one's called System.io. The reason I recommend this one is it's perfect for beginners, as you don't actually need a credit card to get started, and it is free. You can use it free forever. There is of course limits, but if you join using the link in the description, you'll also get sent my System Accelerator course full of templates and more, so make sure you go and check that out. So once you actually get started for System, it's going to look something like this. This is a demo account that I create tutorials like this for. What we want to do is come to Sites, come down to Sales Funnels, and we're going to go click on Create. Now this tutorial is going to follow off a video I recently did talking about how to create ebooks with AI in less than 10 minutes. Absolutely nuts what you can do these days with AI. So what I'm going to do is obviously put the ebook inside of this lead generation funnel. So I'm going to call this copywriting sales because it talks about 5 tips in copywriting to make more sales. And what we can do here, if you have used System before, you'll probably have a domain set up. You can actually select it here. If you haven't got your domain set up, I'll link to a video down below how to get set up as fast as possible. It's a little bit of a headache, but a lot of people have had success watching that video, so make sure you have a look. So once you've done that, we can go ahead and now we can either choose to build an audience funnel to sell products, run an evergreen webinar, or build from scratch. I'm actually just going to build from scratch just to save a bit of time. So go ahead, click on save, and now we've got our funnel. So click on that funnel. At the moment, it's absolutely bare. What we want to do is click on add step, and this is going to be the, I'll just put copywriting ebook opt-in, and opt-in means this is the page where people are going to put in their name and email so they can get sent the book. Now you want to choose a type of funnel. So this wants to be an opt-in page, okay? And you can either choose a template, which has got many of, or you can start from scratch. And personally, I just like starting from scratch. So go ahead, click on save, okay? And we've got our first step here. Now what we're gonna do to save a bit of time is actually add in our second step now too. So click add step. This one's going to be opt-in success, okay? I might even put ebook opt-in success. This time we wanna choose opt-in thank you page as the step kind. And this is because it's got a certain set of elements inside of it. So once you've done that, once again, choose start from scratch, click on save. So boom, now we have got 2 pages ready to go. I'm just gonna quickly reload this page. Okay, and all of our settings are now here. So you can see we've got, first of all, the URL path. We've got the domain that we chose. Now what we can do is choose the slug we wanna add. So I'm just gonna type in here free ebook, just to make it nice and simple. And once you click off that, it says check, meaning now that is now live. So if I was to share this with people so I could start building my list, this would be the link I use. All you need to do is click that button and it's copied to your dashboard. So what we're going to do is come to edit page on the right. This is going to open the page builder, as you can see. And what we're going to do first of all is drop in a section element under column layout. And this is going to bring in our section. Then we want to choose how many columns we want. For this example, I'm going to choose 2. So one side's going to be a headline and text and a form. The other side's going to be an image of the ebook. And now what we want to do is just start dropping in some elements. So first I'm going to drop in a headline. Okay. Then I'm going to drop in a text, and then I'm going to go down and look for form input. This one here. So drop in 1, 2, because I want name and email. And then next to it is button, so go ahead, drop that in as well. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot, so I'll just click on down, or I'll just drag it below it, that's fine. Okay, so it's a little bit fiddly, but there it is. And then what I wanna do on the right is drop in an image widget or element, like so. And we've got our basic looking layout. Now we are going to customize this, don't worry. But what I recommend you do, as this is going to be a place where you take people's information, you are going to need to link to a privacy policy, also terms and conditions if you want. So at the bottom, look for column layout. Next, we want to choose section and drop it down at the bottom. And now inside of here, we of course want to drop in a little text element. Okay, and we want to edit all of this page now. So the first thing I'll do is the footer because it's nice and quick. So I'm going to click on the outside where it's got the green section information. I'm going to come to background color, and I'm just going to go select black. Now you can see it's all blacked out. It's looking pretty dark, which is fine. Now, if I hover over the text in the middle, I can highlight all of it. And you see this little color selector here. I'm going to go ahead and choose white. You can also choose an off gray if you prefer, but now we've got some white text on a black background. So what I'm going to do in here is actually just type in a little bit of text. I'm going to say noway925.com, as that's the domain that we're using. Put a little pipe there. I'm going to put in privacy policy, okay, and another pipe and terms and conditions, okay. Now the text on this page isn't really lighting me up, so what I'm going to do is come to settings at the top, and you can see we've got default font. I'm just going to go ahead and choose maybe Google Fonts, and then I'm going to select Montserrat. See how that looks. So already that makes the page just look that little bit better, right? So I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Now in terms of the footer, we'll come back here. If I click on section one more time, you can see there's quite a bit of padding around it. So I'm just going to change it to a 2. So it's not so profound, I guess. And now we're going to drop in some links to your legal pages. So highlight the text you want to link to, click on this little link button, right? And now we're going to type in the text. So www.noway925.com/privacy policy. Okay, click on confirm. That's one done. And the next one is terms and conditions. Same thing again, highlight the text, click on the link. All right, and we're going to type it in. Okay, www.noway925.com/terms. I'll just leave it as that. Click on confirm. Now the cool thing about this is we can actually use this entire footer globally inside of our entire business, right? The cool thing about this too is we can make it a global element. So if you changed any of the links, you just update one page and it's going to change or save to all of them. So if we go hover over the green part, click on this little disk button, right? It's going to say, what do you want to do with it? I'm going to name this as global footer, right? Noway925 in case you have multiple domains. And now I'm going to click, do you want to create a master block? Check on yes, and then click create. Now, everywhere this footer has been added, it's going to be all linked together. So if you change it, it updates all of them. So that's perfect. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is upload an image. And just to save a bit of time, this was the ebook I created using AI. It's pretty cool. I also went to Canva and just used a simple mockup just to save, once again, a bit of time for this tutorial. But what we want to do now is click on the image box here, come to this little cloud, click on that. And what I'm going to do is actually drop in the image that I uploaded, right? So this is just going to take a few minutes to upload, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so insert. Now you can see the book is here. Now it looks a little bit out of whack, right? It's a bit big. The text is a bit small. So I'm just going to drag it down to somewhere like maybe 380 actually looks pretty nice. Okay, so I'll put it at 380. And now what I can do is adjust the text to make that look good as well. So when it comes to a headline, what I recommend you do is try to use this format. So how to X without X in X. So it's going to be something like, for this example, it could be how to make more sales with these 5 hacks, copywriting hacks in a matter of minutes. Okay. So it's just basically insinuating that if someone puts in their name and email, they're going to learn how to make more sales using copywriting hacks in a matter of minutes. So it means you could probably update it in a few minutes. So I'm just going to highlight all of that text, click on B for bold. I'm also going to change the colors a little bit just to make it pop. So make more sales is quite a predominant part of it. So I'll click on the color changer. I'll come to green, maybe something like that looks pretty good. It's got to be nice and readable still. Okay, and then we'll probably do the matter of minutes, right? That sounds pretty good too. So I'm going to go to red. Okay, and now it looks like it's got a bit of pop, right? It's looking pretty good. So next is the text below. What I'm going to type inside here is just a really small call to action. So to enter your name and email to receive your free copy. Okay, really quick and simple. And then down here, we've got our 2 fields and our button. So click on the first field, choose type. I'm going to choose first name. The second one, you want to click on it once more, choose a type. I'm going to choose email. And now the button here looks a little bit crazy. So what I'm going to do is click on it, come to button width, go full width. Then I'm going to scroll down, get rid of that subtext because it's kind of overpowering. And now it's looking pretty good. So what I might actually do inside of this one now, and if you hover over the rows, you can see we've got these new additional sort of buttons that we can choose. And this is alignment. So if I click that, you can see it's now in the middle, which is pretty cool. So I might make this text a little bit higher just to make it sort of fill the page a little bit, right? Something like that. Maybe even make the line height a little bit better. We've also got this text here. I might just increase a little bit. That's way too big. Okay. Looks pretty good. And below this, we've got the form fields. They've got quite a big gap. So I might click on email, scroll down, and you'll notice there's quite a big margin. So I'll make it 10. Same with the button. Click on the button, scroll down. You can see we've got quite a big margin. Make it 10. And we're looking pretty good. The only thing we need to do now is actually space out the page a little bit more so it's not so cramped. So to do that, we'll click on the outside of the page, which is going to bring us to the size and position. I'm going to click on this little button here, which is going to open each individual side. And what I'm going to do at the bottom is make it 140, maybe even 180, just to fill out the page a little bit more. If you want to be quite specific, you can play around with it until it's kind of in the middle. So this looks pretty good. So I'm actually quite happy with this. I might even center that as well. It looks good. So what we want to do now before we save it is click on this little mobile button. And this is just going to show you what it looks like on mobile so we can actually space everything one more time. And then we're actually going to copy this layout for the second page. So there's the heading, looks pretty good. The text is quite big for the call to action piece. So I might make it a little bit smaller. I may even give it a little bit of margin at the top. So maybe like 5, something like that. Looks pretty good. I may even make the text at the heading a little bit bigger. Actually, I won't. It's too many words. That looks good. And this image is way too big. So I'm going to bring that right down. And the cool thing is this is mapped to mobile size. It's not going to change the desktop size. Now what I recommend you do is give it a bit of spacing because everything feels really cramped. So even the button feels a bit cramped. I might make the padding on the button a bit bigger. Actually, sorry, that's not the right one. If we scroll down, maybe it is the right one. Let's have a look. So padding, I might make 15. Yeah, that's the right one. Sorry about that. So that looks a bit better. For margin, I might make it 10 and 10 there. So we're spreading things out quite a bit more, which looks a bit better. Now I noticed I haven't even changed the click here button text. So click on that, scroll down, and you can see we've got here, click here. I'll say, get your free copy. Right, that's looking pretty good. I may even make the text a little bit smaller, maybe 18. And these placeholder texts are quite big as well, just right off the bat. So to change that, what you want to do is just come to font size and we'll just bring it down to maybe 16. 16 looks pretty good. Same with email. Okay, 16. Okay, now we're actually getting somewhere, right? It's starting to look like it's got a bit of legs. The only thing I might do is click on this image one more time and give it some padding, top and bottom, sorry, some margin. So it's all a little bit spaced out. All right, so we're looking good. I don't know why this actually, sorry, it's just this system button here, which looks a bit funny. So I might just make it a little bit smaller just to fit in one bar. Boom, we're looking good. So I'm going to go ahead now, click on the phone option one more time. This time what I'm going to do is click on the outside, and at the top we're going to click on the save disk, right? And what I'm going to call this is going to be opt-in page, okay? And we're not going to make it a master block because we don't want to change it again, and click on create. So boom, right off the bat, we have created our own landing page. Now, if you're someone that is SEO savvy, if you want to put in some SEO metadata too, this is what's going to show up if you share it on things like Facebook. Click on settings, scroll down here, and what we can see is the SEO optimization. So this is going to be copywriting secrets for more sales. Okay, description, what I'm going to say is learn how you can quickly implement these copywriting hacks to make more sales in a matter of minutes. Okay. And you can put in a keyword, you could put in author if you want, and you can also add in a social image. So I might just put in this ebook here. Okay, click on that, insert, job done. If you have any tracking you want to add in, you can do it here too. So I'm going to click on save. Boom, this is looking good. So what we want to do now is click on exit. Okay, and then come now to the second step, which is the success page. What we're going to do here is rename the URL slug one more time. So I might put ebook success. Keep it nice and simple and looking professional. Now click on edit. Okay, and we've already done a lot of the work in the last step. So what we can do is now come to blocks, right? The first thing we can do is look for our opt-in page that we had, drag it in, drop it in, boom, there it is, looking good. And now let's go back and let's go my blocks. Sorry, let's go to master blocks and we've got our footer. We can drop that in there too. Now you can see it hasn't taken up on the font. So we'll go to settings, choose Google Fonts, choose Montserrat, and boom, everything is looking the way it is. So what I can do right now, just to make this all actually make sense, is I'm going to drop in another section at the top. and I'm just going to drag the heading in here, and then I'm going to drop a text, and then I'll just drop in the ebook. Okay. And what I'm going to do for the section is actually just choose content width, make it small. Okay. Maybe even smaller than that. That looks pretty good. And I will just put, I'm actually put this one at the top and just say success, right? You have been sent your ebook, check your inbox. Now, if you were to add in any call to actions, for example, linking them to somewhere else or talking about that, anything like that, you would basically put some information down here and say, hey, if you're interested in making even more sales faster, XYZ, make sure you check out this resource and so forth. But we're not going to do that for this video. We just want to get their name and email. So we're looking pretty good. So I might just put a little bit of padding down the bottom, maybe like 80, right? Perfect. If I look at mobile, it looks pretty good. I might just once again make the padding a little bit longer. So underneath here, I might put margin 60. Oh, that's for both. So I'll just go down here, 60. Okay, and boom. I'm pretty happy with how this all looks. Okay, you could get really pedantic, but this looks pretty good. So I'm going to click on save. And right now we have created our opt-in page and we've got our thank you page, right? Showing people that it's actually worked. So what we need to do now is actually create an email campaign so we can actually send them an email with the ebook. So what we're going to do this time is come to emails, come to campaigns, right? And we're going to click create campaign. Now this campaign is going to be called the copywriting ebook. Okay, maybe leads if you want. Choose a sender email address. Once again, you're going to need to follow the steps how to set up a domain if you want to be able to actually link this all up. So go here, click on save. And boom, we've got our campaign. Click on that one there. And what we're going to do is just click create. We're going to put the subject here, your free copywriting book has arrived. And we can change this later. I'm just going to choose classic editor just for speed for this video. Click on save. All right. And now here is our template we can use. I'm just going to say, hey, now there's some pretty cool features inside of here. If you see this available personalization substitutes, you can click on that. And if you just copy these red things, it's actually going to replace it with information from that person. For example, if Bob put his name and email in, it's going to say, hey, Bob. So it's pretty cool. So, hey, Bob, congratulations. I don't know why this is pink. It's pretty funny, but let's highlight that and make it back black. Okay, cool. Congratulations on deciding to optimize your copy with a few simple changes. You can make way more money from the same amount of traffic. To get the ebook, simply click here. Now there's a few options for actually delivering the ebook. You can also attach it to the email if you want. So it's going to come up as an attachment, or you can link to something like Google Drive. For the sake of this email, I'll just click a link in here and just put my website just to pretend that's where the ebook actually is. But that's what you can do for linking it, and just say, by the way, don't forget to check out my free school community if you want even more value. See you on the inside, Phil. Okay, something simple like that. So I don't know why it's red, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make it black just in case. So we're actually pretty good. We're almost done. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead now and click on save and publish. So after this little blue button, click save and publish. Okay, it's going to say, where do you want it to be sent? Now, every time you create an email, what you have to do is you've got the option for the delay. So how many days or minutes or hours or whatever do you want it to be sent? But make sure if you're putting a new email in to go after the last one, on this drop down, choose the bottom one on the list. If you don't, then it's going to be sent sporadically. So go ahead, do that, click on save, that is done, click on exit. Now we've got our campaign. Now we're at the final step, which is actually linking everything together. To do that, come to sites, come back down to sales funnels, choose your sales funnel you just created. This time come to automation rules. Okay, click on add rule. Click on trigger, choose funnel step form subscribed. It's going to automatically populate. Click on action, choose subscribe to a campaign, choose your campaign, click on save, and boom, guess what? You are officially done. So if we come back to the step now, if we open it up in a new page, what's going to happen is here is our page. Now, obviously we want to change the sizing a little bit. It's a little bit wider than I hoped, but regardless, it's done. So I'm going to put in here Phil, I'm going to put in hello@philwilson.co, click get your free copy, and boom, you've been sent your ebook. Check your inbox. So I'm just going to quickly pause the video and keep an eye out for this ebook. And boom, here it is. As you can see, hey Phil, congrats on deciding to optimize your copy, XYZ. If we click on this button, it's going to go to the link that we added to it, which is good. It's my homepage for this one. Obviously, it would link to your ebook, but everything is working. We can also come back now to our funnel, click on leads, and you can see that we've actually got the lead coming through. You can also see your leads in CRM contacts. You can also add things in automations like tags if you want to tag them, right? So for example, add a tag, I might put, I actually have to go ahead and create one first of all in tags, and then I can choose one in there, but you get the idea. It's pretty simple and easy. And also on your dashboard, under main dashboard, you can see the live leads coming in as well. So there it is. It took about 15 minutes. If I wasn't talking, I could probably do it in about 10. So it's a really valuable tip. Once again, I'll link down to everything I've talked about inside of this video. I didn't want to spend too much time building it, as I know your time is valuable. But if you are someone that wants to have affiliate marketing success, if you want to see the full step-by-step, not rushed like this, I've also got my school affiliate marketing community full of tutorials, templates, and also a rock solid community. So I'll link to that down below. Make sure you go and check it out. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.